Welcome to my list of LL Cool J albums ranked from my least favourite to most favourite. This list is completely subjective and based on what I enjoyed and didn't enjoy and the consistency of the albums, the high points or low points, and nothing really to do with the impact of certain songs or albums. In last place is Radio. Placing Radio last may be hip-hop blasphemy, but I just can't like these mid-80s beats enough. There isn't a lot of 80s hip-hop I adore, particularly the earlier you go, as I find the production primitive. LL comes with energy, but many songs feel like something I could produce. I Can Give You More and Rock the Bells are the best this has, but even those I don't love. 10. First, this isn't really his 10th album as such, with a compilation included in the 10, but anyway. The pop rap here isn't among L's best, and the songs closest to hardcore hip hop aren't great either. When I was revisiting all of his albums to make this list, my repeated listen to this felt the most forced. The Neptunes produced some songs, including the highlight Love You Better, which could have a better sing on the chorus, and the best song and pretty much the only non-pop rap song that works is Clocking G's. Its chorus reminds me of the Outcast on my intro To Let You Know, so much so that I don't think it could just be coincidental. The high moments aren't on this, and LL isn't as entertaining either. Phenomenon. The title track 4321, Wanna Get Paid and To a Lesser Degree Father help this be anything of note, but the other songs are some of L's worst, featuring unlikable, overly poppy production. There also isn't enough spitting from L. Thankfully, this is a short album, as it really does not have enough great stuff. Exit 13. There are many songs on Exit 13 with different sounds, making it probably his most diverse album. There is some hardcore hip-hop, old-school hip-hop sounding songs, very G.O.A.T pop rap with Baby, Ryan Leslie production, who always had his own sound, songs like American Girl with marching band themes, and so on. I've always loved the songs closer to hardcore hip-hop, like the opener and title track, but it's a very inconsistent long project, making it a slug to get through. Authentic. On L's last album to this day, the pop rap is prominent. I remember hearing about this dropping. I was thinking that the title was a sign he'd be going back to his radio roots, but that didn't eventuate. The pop rap has some success, with songs like New Love being great, helped by an amazing chorus by Charlie Wilson. There are some nice funk touches within the pop rap, and there isn't much I dislike, making it more consistent than the previous albums on this list. Of the harder songs, Bath Salt isn't bad, but the others leave something to be desired, with We Came to Party being the worst of these, featuring 2003-esque Fatman Scoop shouts. His beat selection isn't as crisp on the harder songs. Todd Smith. The production at times on Todd Smith is a highlight. Control Myself, Preserve the Sexy that has bounce, and the difference between the chorus and verses make it stand out. What You Want with Freeway and Al trading bars make it the best non-pop rap song here. Of Change and the So Sick remix are worth repeats. Freeze is too slow for me. I was surprised to see that it was chosen as a single. The openers falls flat, and Scott Storch, one of the legends of the noughties, provides the production for Ooh Wee, but that is one of the weaker moments too. There's enough good stuff on Todd Smith though to make it worth a listen. Bigger and Deffer. Overall, this is definitely a step up from his debut. There is much more variety, from the hard first track, The Soft I Need Love, to Doo-Wop on the Doo-Wop, making it a much better listen. Subjectively, it still suffers from a lack of love for 80s hip-hop production, but most of this is palatable to good. LL's rapping and wordplay catches my attention more too than Radio. Highlights are on Bad, .357, Break It On Down, I Need Love, and the Doo-Wop. The Definition. As I revisited the definition, I found it better than I remembered. It's a consistent collection of 11 songs. The album is mostly pop rap, but the balance is better between the poppy production. It still maintains a hip hop feel to the production of most songs. This has better hooks than some of his previous albums too. The banger Headsprung is a highlight, and Hush is a catchy R&B pop rap song. Mr. Smith. This was his first album that didn't start with something venturing on hardcore hip hop. He was criticised for trying to be too West Coastal gangster on his previous album, 14 Shots to the Dome, so perhaps that's why. This album is consistently good, but the highlights of his previous three aren't here. Lots of songs just lack that something extra for me, whether it be in the production, something missing to a third verse for more variety, Al talking more through his bars, better hooks needed, something's just missing. His previous albums are perhaps a little grittier, more funky, high tempo, and less polished than the production here. Chronologically, after finding every album from Raider to be an improvement, I think this is where it ended. If you love pop rap and the more polished sounds that were creeping into hip hop in 95-96, you may get more out of this album. As of happening more from 95-96, there is more lazy sampling where interpolations or samples of songs were the hook and melody that happens mostly at the start of this album. On the deluxe edition, I love the unarmed remix of Doing It. That is better than the original in my opinion. Other highlights are hip hop, the original Doing It, Lounging, and Hollis to Hollywood, where Al uses metaphors and references to movies, making it feel like a similar type of track to Milky Cereal from Mama Said Knock You Out. G.O.A.T. While Common mentioned it back in 97, you could probably blame Al for popularising the acronym that everyone is tired of hearing these days. I don't think there is a top 20 Al song here, kind of like with Mr. Smith. The production is good a lot of time, but it just doesn't excel. The pop rap songs are the best for a while though. Songs like You and Me, LL Cool J, Hello, Take It Off, and This Is Us that Carl Thomas kills are all well put together songs. It's a consistently good album. I can find something to enjoy in every track, but the high points aren't high enough to be higher on the list. Other songs worth mentioning are The Bang Can't Think, Can't F With Me, and The Dark Shut 'Em Down that is featured on some releases of the album. Walking with a Panther. I don't love a lot of 80s hip hop, as I've mentioned before, as the production often leaves me uninspired, but enough of this is great. Al is a fantastic rapper and demonstrates it on numerous occasions. There are some missteps, largely with the soft love songs or one or two songs like Jealous that I don't think do enough musically, but this album deserved to have a better reputation. It's ridiculous that I read that this received a poor reception from fans when it dropped because of a couple of soft songs, when there are over 10 dope boom bap hardcore hip hop songs. Jigglin' Baby, Droppin' 'Em, and I'm That Type of Guy are a few of the many songs that are worth going back to. Mama Said Knock You Out. While the opener, the booming system is great, I can't believe this album doesn't start off with his greatest song, the title track. Lots of the hooks are catchy and elevate the songs, as choruses should, just like on Eat 'Em Up, I'll Chill. The rapping is entertaining, the high point's fantastic. My lack of love for early hip hop productions are the only thing stopping this from being number one on the list. 14 Shots to the Dome. There are some artists whose favourite album from me is around the time this was released, 93 to 94, such as Slick Rick and Big Daddy Kane, when they do have more acclaimed albums, as I just love mid-90s production. And that's what you get here, a great rapper over beats that are more my thing. A lot of it is just LL spitting hard rhymes over mostly hard beats. Some of the production, particularly on Bucking 'Em Down, reminds me of early Naughty by Nature, who are another favourite, led by the inventive and ahead of his time DJ KG. While I'm mentioning KG, Funkadelic Relic is a dope jazz rap influenced song, and LL's flow on it reminds me of Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Come to think of it, LL would have sounded great over Naughty Productions. It's a shame they never collaborated, but I digress. The bookends are the highlights, with L's energy being unlike anything we've really heard from before, and there are a lot of other good moments. So there you have it. That's my ranking of LL Cool J albums. Agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. You can check out my other ranked videos on my channel too. Thanks for watching.